Good day to the viewers who are watching the first episode of Chatting Away. That's chatting away. That means blibber blabbering. And hopefully I'll talk about some topics that are kind of fun and not unusual, but practical. And to start off today's first chat, I want to talk about something I did partially growing up, which I don't do anymore. However, with the financial situation going on the way it is in the world, we're all looking to cut the corners. So this is just some numbers I've run for two items that a lot of people, I think 100 million people or more, do all the time in America. Actually all over the world, but I live in America, so we're going to do it this way. So it's all about cigarettes and beer. So I did a little calculating in my little book here. Remember these from the days of school, elementary school? For those who are real young, you might not use it, but these are now on the market, and they're kind of fun. I like them. A little nostalgia for me. And I don't have to take a test and have someone mark something in them. So, hey, I'm free to do what I want. So, let me put my glasses on because I am of that age. So, let's look at if someone smoked one pack of cigarettes a day, which is not unusual. That's 20 cigarettes, I believe. And from what I've seen over the counter, going through the register and stores or whatever, it's about $10 a pack, I would say. Maybe you can find it cheaper if you buy it by the case or however they do that. But let's deal with $10 per pack. So you have, here I am scribbling, 10 times 7. That's the week. And that's $70 a week. Doesn't sound too bad. However, when you do 4 weeks in a row, that figure pops up to $280. Oh my gosh, what could you do with $280? Something, pay a bill, whatever, I don't know. Take that 280 and multiply it by the amount of months in the year, which is 12, and you end up having a phenomenal amount. Wait for it, here it comes. $3,260 you're paying per year. And that's if only you smoke one pack. Now, I'm talking in general. I'm not picking on anyone. This is just a numbers game here. A lot of people don't think about it. I do, just out of curiosity. So now let's get into the beer part. All right? Nothing wrong with having a beer or two or whatever. Hey, you earned it. It's relaxing. As long as we don't go overboard, right? Well, anyway, let's deal with 1 6-pack of beer per week. Now, you can buy generic beer or whatever, or you can buy a microbrew. And so I've just kind of thrown the price at $10 for a 6-pack. I think that's kind of generally where people are with, purchasing a beer. So $10 a week, and there are 52 weeks in the year. So 52 times 10 is $520. Not too bad. You deserve it. Whatever. Not being nitpicky here, but I'm just being a numbers person. So here we go. And the grand total for 1 year is $3,780. Now, what could you get for $3,780? Well, inflation's going up, bills are going up, cost of living in America is going up. You can probably use it for that, or part of it. Just cut back on what you do already. Or you can buy maybe a used car. That's possible, especially if one needs a little DIY, do it yourself, and you're mechanically minded. You can get something and fix it up. I've worked on that myself back in the day, and I know people who have done that also. Not so much now. Everyone's gotten older within my generation, but in the younger generation, maybe that's so. But I do know one thing about the younger generation. They don't drive as much as my generation. For instance, I couldn't wait to get out of the house and buy a car and be my own person. It's just what we did back in the day. Now it's different. You look at a country like Italy as an example. Usually the male, happens to be the male, not to pick on males, I'm a male, I go by he, him. They'll stay in the house with their parents until they marry generally. And a lot of them will be there until mid, late 20s, early 30s, and then they're out of the house. My generation, boom, 18, slam the door, get on the highway, and I'm going to do life my way. But that's just the way it is. But today, a lot of kids, because of economics plays a big role. Because of economics, they stayed home to save money to be able to pay for college, save up for rent for a place. It's all honorable. And I agree with that process. But it's just so different. Everything changes. 10 years from now, it's going to be even a different situation with different numbers. Just like I'm doing some numbers here presently for today, that'll change in 10 years. The price of everything's going to change. Some are going to go down, some are going to go up. And hopefully when people get a little bit more sense about helping people who aren't millionaires, and most of us aren't millionaires, a lot of us aren't middle class, which is disappearing, as we all know, read about. So this is my first chat, and it's just about a simple topic that I've thought about, and I just wanted to share. And if you like my program, be the first to hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. Be number one. Thank you very much. My name is John Tasker, and I'll be posting more topics, on the wall and off the wall topics. They come from everywhere. So until then, adios. Oh, still here. I couldn't get out of my chair. Ciao.